Instant Monsters presents Gelatin Burn Makeup. Part 1. Application. There are two ways to create a burned character. Number 1. Number 2 is with the use of makeup. There are a number of materials that you will need for this project: witch hazel or other astringent, gelatin. Instant Monsters has gelatin cubes available in several colors on our website. Pick the color that's the closest to your skin tone. Makeup and brushes. In this tutorial, I'll be using an alcohol-activated makeup, but cream-based theatrical makeups work too. Loose, color-free powder and a powder puff. A microwave-safe bowl and several mixing sticks. A pair of scissors. Makeup sponges. And KY liquid or gel. Our model today will be John Carroll.
Hi, how are you?
You'll want to begin by cleaning off your skin with a little astringent on a cotton swab. This will remove oils, dirt, and give you a clean surface to work on. The cleaner your skin is, the better the gelatin will stick and the longer it'll last. Once the skin is clean, it's time to prep the gelatin. As you can see, I've already started the process of cutting the gelatin cubes into smaller pieces. This will help them to melt evenly. You don't need to do even slices or anything like that, so long as they're cut down into small chunks. It's a good idea to cut up more than you think you'll need. Any leftovers can be stored and then melted down again for the next makeup. Lots and lots of little pieces. You're going to melt the gelatin in a microwave. Different microwaves have different settings, but a good rule of thumb is to never set the timer for longer than 20 seconds at a time. This will help to make sure that the gelatin doesn't boil, which damages the gelatin and makes it hard to work with. Continue to melt the gelatin in 20-second bursts, then 15 or even 10 seconds at a time. Give it a good stir in between each burst with a stick or wire whisk. When the gelatin has a nice, smooth consistency with no lumps, you're ready to go. Melted gelatin can be very hot. You don't want to give yourself a real burn. A good place to test the temperature is on the inside of your wrist. It should be warm, but not hot. If it is too hot, stir it for a while and try again. When it's comfortable on the wrist, it'll be safe for the face. Start by applying a base coat of gelatin with a mixing stick. This is what you'll do your building up on. It should be thin with edges that blend smoothly into the skin. Put a base coat everywhere you want your burn to cover. One of the neat things about gelatin is that it dissolves with warm water, meaning that you can apply it into your hair and it'll easily come out. That includes eyebrows and facial hair. Once your base coat is in place, use the flat edge of the mixing stick and tap more gelatin randomly around the base coat. This will create all sorts of stringy, textury bits. The more texture you build up, the more severe your burn makeup will look. Extend a few of these strings past the edge of the base coat. This will help to visually break up the edges. As you do this, the gelatin will start to cool. The strings will get more defined, but harder to blend into the base coat and the skin. If you need to, microwave the gelatin for a few more seconds to make it easier to work with. We don't show it in this tutorial, but you can also build up large areas by sticking some cotton into the base coat before going over it with more gelatin. A buildup like this on the side of the head can very effectively make it look like the entire ear has been burned away. See that drippy bit by John's ear? Make sure you catch any areas like that before they harden. You can also pull stringers of gelatin across the eye socket, the ears, any place you want. Just remember to watch these areas to make sure they don't sag too much before they dry. Once you're happy with your burn, let the gelatin dry. It'll be a little sticky, so you'll want to powder it with a little loose powder on a powder puff. Brush away any excess powder once you're done. And there you go. You now have a nasty gelatin burn. In part 2 of this tutorial, we'll go over how to realistically color your burn makeup.